Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your December 2025 horoscope. I do recommend listening to these videos according to your rising sign first, as your rising sign is what sets up the entire house system and will determine where these events, where these energies will be playing out in your astrological chart, your natal chart. If you listen for your sun sign, that'll be more how you're feeling the energy, perhaps like in your career environment or your more public facing, I guess, world. And then listening for your moon sign will be more your internal world, your internal landscape, and how you may be feeling these energies like on the home front. So that is how you can expect to feel these energies as you listen to them. I do recommend listening to all three and kind of combining the energy of all three of them. But the rising sign does indicate where things might physically manifest in your life more directly than listening to the other ones. I'm Sarah at Life with Training Wheels, where I utilize Western Tropical Zodiac Astrology, whole sign house system, and other tools to help guide you on your journey of self-discovery and self-empowerment. My goal is to help you realize that life really is a choose-your-own adventure. You have more control over your life and your thoughts than you think you do, and we really do make this world our reality. One of my favorite quotes is, "Wherever you go, there you are." So if you keep finding yourself in certain situations, good or bad, it may be a time to look into the mirror. If that sounds like something you want to stick around for, a vibe that you can vibe with, then I encourage you to stick around. If this is your first time finding me, thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll stay. If you are returning, thank you so much for returning. Either way, if you could go ahead and engage with this video in some way, like, subscribe, comment, anything like that, it will help my tiny channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we dive into the astrology this month. I do currently have a Your First Astrology course going on right now. It is a 6-week course. I have released the first week video. I am working on editing the second week's video. But basically, I take you from zero, from not knowing how to pull up a birth chart, and walking you through that, and walking you through a couple astrology tools that I use that are free to use, and then explain, the setup of a birth chart, the chart layout, the house system. We'll get into the signs and the planets and understanding your big three, your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. And then finally learning how to take horoscopes like the ones I give here and like many other astrologers give, and how to take your natal chart and really see more layers of how the energy is interacting with your chart on a more personal level. So that course is going on now. It is delivered via email, and you can ask any questions after each week is delivered, each video is delivered, and I really want to make this course yours. So I would love to have you join me. The information for that is in the description box below. I also am starting up a Patreon membership that would be basically a getting to know you, getting to know yourself monthly membership, where I will teach an astrology topic, teach something about the natal chart and how to read it every month. So not only will it be a learning astrology, but then learning about yourself, because I will teach on a topic and then give a 20-minute personal astrology reading for each person in the course or in the Patreon membership each month according to whatever topic we are discussing that month. So it's like a monthly learning astrology and learning yourself better through astrology membership. If you're interested in joining, the link will be in the description box below for that as well. And although this was a Black Friday deal, I am going to extend it through the month of December, where I will give $25 off of any service I offer on my website if you sign up for my newsletter. I have not really started sending out my new newsletters yet, but I do plan on sending out like weekly astrology, weekly horoscopes, as well as anything else going on any of my YouTube channels or anything else that I feel might be of value or interest to you. It would only be going out weekly at max, perhaps monthly to start. But if you would like to sign up for that, please do so in the description box below. I would love to have you join my newsletter. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so Cancers, I do have your chart up on the screen here. So like I said before, I do highly recommend that you at least listen to the Sabian symbols of the December 2025 general horoscope, because they do provide a lot of insight into where we are personally and collectively right now, and I don't want to repeat them here, and then I just talk about the energy more collectively, but I will go ahead and go into the astrological pieces that I went into in the collective video, but on a more personal level for you, I will go into all of that. But the Sabian symbols, I do recommend you listen to the collective video for that. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So, assuming that you have not listened to that collective reading, let's go ahead and get into this. So, first of all, last month, all month long, we had this Grand Water Trine that was effective pretty much all month long, and we do have that again this month. So that affects, as we discussed, your first house, your fifth house, and your ninth house. So these are all, lucky houses. They are all trining you. So this has brought, in November, hopefully, and in the first half of December, a lot of flowing energy to you, a lot of luck and abundance, especially with Jupiter here in your sign of you. Hopefully you have been feeling very lucky, very magnetic, things of that nature. And just overall, with the fifth and ninth house trining you, that is very good energy to have. So we will be continuing that energy, only this time, last month, it was a parade, the parade of personal planets going through Scorpio. This month, we are just going to be dealing with Mercury involved in this energy. So Mercury is our mind, our communication, our thought processes, how we mentally process information, like our social media, things like that. And fifth house represents our romance, our creativity, our joy, our children, our inner child. So that is where your mind is going to be very active and very deep. Scorpio wants, to think things deep. It's not surface level. So you probably have very deep relationship with your own inner child, with your children, with your romantic partners, like nothing deep, nothing superficial here. Probably really deep into your creative passions, like you like digging for the truth, things like that. So with Mercury here, that is going to be bringing a lot of that mental focus, to this water Grand Trine. So you'll be, really focused on your joy, your passions, your creativity, your children. And could be, that could be bringing luck to you, or you could be bringing opportunities for abundance to that area, to those people in your life. And then continuing to work with the Saturn and Neptune energy in your 9th house of higher belief systems, education, higher education, higher thought processes, bigger picture type stuff, goals for the future, education, things of that nature. And this Scorpio energy might be bringing some potentially psychic, new psychic abilities, new psychic awareness, new intuitive hits, or anything on how you can capitalize on these opportunities, how you can build the structures, build the foundations in your belief systems that you need to build, or to continue to tear down and deconstruct belief systems that you were raised with that maybe are no longer serving you, and what you need to do about those. This Mercury in the 5th house will be helping kind of dive into all of that this first half of the month. Continuing on with the Jupiter energy, since it is in your 1st house, Jupiter is doing a couple other important things this month that will affect you, affect us all, but especially as Jupiter is in your 1st house, you will definitely be feeling this energy. So Jupiter is in this tight trine to Saturn all month long, which is a really beautiful energy. Earlier in the year, Jupiter and Saturn were squaring each other, which anytime Jupiter is interacting with anything else, Jupiter is the most benevolent planet. It brings luck, opportunities, expansion to anything it touches. But with Saturn, it was like these two areas of your life. One area you wanted to expand and grow in, and this other area, Saturn, maybe you were feeling held back. So there was this tension, feeling like you couldn't grow. Well, now Jupiter in your 1st house, you're receiving a trine from this 9th house. So it's like your belief systems, your higher education, your teaching opportunities, they are bringing and helping you expand. The boundaries that you might be setting in your relationships, or the deconstruction of walls that you've set up, or belief systems that you've had, ideologies that you've realized have held you back, like the paradigm shifting that you might have going on right now is now supporting you. It's in a very supportive energy that is going to help you propel yourself forward and propel the new you forward. Like when this energy is done maturing, is done deconstructing and starting to build solid foundations, the new you that's going to be arriving next year is in your public-facing career, your public-facing sphere, right? Your public reputation, your career. And so this deconstruction, reconstruction that's happening is really supporting you right now. And you're getting a lot of opportunities to do it this month with this Jupiter-Saturn trine. So that is absolutely beautiful energy for you. The other thing that Jupiter is doing, and it did all last month as well, is this square to Chiron in Aries. And I think this is really beautiful too. Chiron in Aries is where we have, it's the wounded healer. So it's in Aries, it is where we have felt like maybe we had to keep ourselves small for the sake of others. And so you have felt this energy in your career space, in your public reputation. So maybe you felt like you weren't being seen in the workplace, or that you couldn't get ahead and had to let other people get ahead first, or that other people's careers mattered more than yours, so you've put yours on the back burner, or something along those lines. And with this Jupiter square, you're getting an opportunity to do a lot of that healing, to figure out how to show up for yourself in the career space, to figure out how to not stay small and be big, right? Jupiter is expanding you. You yourself are expanding in your own energy, and this is bringing a lot of healing here, which is really beautiful because next year, this Saturn and Neptune energy is going to be moving into the Aries space. So you're getting a chance this month to do a ton of healing here ahead of really laying the foundation and pulling the gun on the starting block, right? Really taking off at becoming the new version of you. So you're doing all this internal work this month preparing for that, and that is really beautiful. The other energy that's going on that's really tight the first half of the month and is going on through at least 2029, but very potent right now. So we've talked a lot continuously about this I call it the divine mini Grand Trine, right? It's the trine between all the outer planets that's going on that when I just recently looked, this energy is going to be going on through 2029. So this is an energy that is going to be humming in the background for a long time, and that's really fascinating because it is in this Grand Trine, which is a supportive energy. So that's why I consider it a divine spiritual protection for the things that we as a collective are moving through. But what is fascinating and what I want you to focus on this month in particular is last month, November 20th, we had the exact sextile between Uranus and Neptune, and it is still pretty much exact, going to be remaining within a 1-degree conjunction for the first half of this month. So although this sextile will be active throughout 2029, it is most potent for us to engage with this energy right now, as this is one of only 16 times from 500 BC to 2500 AD that this sextile between these planets in these signs will exist. And with them in a retrograde fashion, it's really only 2 or 3 times that have happened in history. One, it happened twice with them both retrograde in 538 AD and then 1853, and this energy is very potent. What this energy signifies when these two planets come together, especially in these signs, but overall as well, it indicates a collective that the collective consciousness is rewriting itself, which we can certainly see. When these come together, it indicates that the world is pivoting toward new mystical and technological directions, which we can see. Spiritual revolutions arise, which we are seeing. Financial systems reshape, which we are seeing, and technological leaps occur, which we are seeing. So that is when they are in these two particular signs. So the fact that this energy is kind of going off and on through 2029, first of all, indicates to me that this is kind of like a slower shift that we are going through, but that we are being divinely protected, and that it is, although it might get messy at times, that this is where we are collectively supposed to be going. The stuff that is reshaping everything, the revolutions and the collective consciousness and the spiritual reshaping is meant to happen, right? So that is really beautiful and really fascinating that this energy is sticking with us. But what I want to talk about is, that's all collective, but this is also happening on a personal level as well, right? This energy is happening for us personally, although it is, like it is collectively, it is more slow, but But during this period when this sextile is basically exact is when we want to engage with the energy on a more conscious level to get the most out of it. So if we look for you in particular, this is happening in your 11th house of friends and groups that you belong to, your hopes and dreams for the future, and how you engage in society. Not necessarily your career, but just how you show up in the world, how you show up with your friends, how you bring your 5th house, your joy, your passion, like who you truly are, and how you bring that energy and contribute your essence to the overall greater good. So it is engaging with your 11th house and your 9th house, which is your house, like we discussed, of your higher belief systems, how you make sense of the world, your spiritual beliefs, if you teach in this world, or if you engage in higher education, or you travel. Those types of energies are the 9th house energies. So combining these two energies in a sextile, it is that your future goals and spiritual beliefs are going under radical shifts right now. So the manifestation is that perhaps your long-term visions are changing. You're perhaps leaving groups that don't resonate with you anymore. You might have some spiritual awakening that's tied to travel, study, or teachers that you meet, and you might engage in more intuitive learning. And so the best way to work with this energy right now is to set new goals that are rooted in spiritual truth. To invest in learning or travel that feels very soul-led, and to join spiritually aligned groups. That would be the best way for you to engage with this sextile while it is most potent, in order to really lay the foundations for this, for when this energy moves into basically the new world and the new vision of us and where we are heading as a collective. So hopefully that is helpful information for you on how to actively work with this energy. And then mid-month, Neptune will be turning direct, and that's when this exact sextile will start to separate just a little bit. Like I said, it's still going to be in the orb of influence and humming in the background through 2029, but its exactness will start to fade when Neptune turns direct on December 10th. And when Neptune stations direct also, that is going to be another indication of, forward movement on really building the foundation, right? Because the Neptune energy will, instead of focusing more inward on our inward dreams and inward idealization of things, will now that it turns direct, we'll be able to start better able to bring those dreams into reality, moving in a direct manner. And then the other thing that's going to give December a lot of forward momentum, right? November, we had all this water energy there. It was like water and just a little bit of earth. So a very receptive energy, not much forward movement. But now we are having all these planets, right? All the personal planets have moved from Scorpio into Sagittarius. Mercury's hanging on until mid-month. But so this fire energy, not only having Saturn, Neptune, and Mercury stationed direct, but also having all this fire energy now, we are being given the opportunity to really start making forward progress on all the ideas and the opportunities and the intuition that was coming to us last month. We're able to start acting on all of these things. And so we are being provided those opportunities by a pretty continuous square all month long between these personal planets and this Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. going on all month long. So it starts with Mercury or Mars at the beginning of the month. Mars is our willpower, our motivation, our desires. And sixth house is where we have our daily habits and routines. It is our health and well-being. It is our work, how we engage with work on a daily basis, right? It's how we organize our day, basically, is the sixth house. And so Mars is giving you the motivation to really take these concepts, take these bigger picture ideas of your belief systems, and how does that impact how you go about your day-to-day. What changes do you need to make? You have the motivation to do that. And then when the sun comes here to interact, it is, okay, well, what did I miss before? What do I see clearly now that maybe I didn't see before? What final things need to finish deconstructing or reconstructing? What boundaries do I need to continue to make around my belief systems, or what do I need to continue to deconstruct? The sun will highlight that. And then when Venus comes, it might bring some, since this is a work house, right? And since the energy is in next year is going to be moving into Aries, maybe Venus brings some financial opportunities or partnership opportunities or something along those lines, relationship opportunities, or maybe just more compassion for yourself, and harmony and balance into your daily habits and routines. And when it squares, you're going to be presented with potentially challenges, but those challenges are opportunities to figure out how to make it work for you. And then when Mercury eventually gets over here to engage in this square as well, that'll be bringing our communication, our thought processes, so kind of like a final reworking of our thought processes about this, about how to work our daily existence and have it align with our beliefs. So that is really beautiful, that we'll be given this opportunity all month long to really engage and activate and start building the things that we want to build in the future. So that is really most of the month. The other things that we have going on that I'll be doing separate videos for are, you will be having a full moon December 4th in your 12th house of spirituality, of rest and reprieve, of this is also the house of self-undoing. It's where we hold a lot of our subconscious patterns. So things might be, with the full moon being here, things might be coming to your awareness, subconscious patterns. It could be part of this deconstruction energy that you might be feeling. These subconscious patterns might be coming to your awareness during this full moon. And then later in the month, December 19th, we'll be having a new moon in your 6th house. So this is be new opportunities in your house of daily habits, routines, health, and work. So that is exciting. Please comment below with how you are feeling this energy. If you're excited for December, for finally getting some forward momentum. November, I think a lot of people felt these undercurrents shifting, but nothing was happening. There was no activity. And now in December, things are moving. We have planets stationing direct. We have fire signs being activated, so we are able to make forward momentum. So that should feel really good. So comment below with how you're feeling about it, if you're excited for it, if you're nervous for it, what you may be feeling, as well as give me a like, a comment, a subscribe. Anything that you can do to interact with this video will greatly help my small channel grow, and let YouTube know that people are interested in my content. And I hope that you are, and I hope to see you back here for more of my videos. I look forward to seeing you again, and hope you have a wonderful month.